Hey guys, what's going on? April 1st, Fool's Day, but don't be fooled by this green action in the markets. April 1st, 2024. The probability of a flash crash is definitely here. I'm going to walk you through the dots. The first domino so far that has rolled over the weekend was Japan. And I've got Japan and Bitcoin overlaid here on this chart. Basically, Japan drops from 40,800 down to 39.7, so almost a 1,000-point drop here in Japan. Currently, futures is still down slightly over 40,000 mark. So Japan rolls over first. Second, we have Bitcoin rolling over. But we're seeing some interesting observations that Bitcoin rolled over at 2 in the morning. I'm recording this about 5:30 in the morning. NASDAQ sharp move to the downside at 4 p.m. While yet we still have Nvidia and stocks like SMCI, they're still trading at elevated levels. As a matter of fact, both of them are up, but they're up on very, very minor volumes. So we're likely to see by the time the market opens, these stocks will begin a sharp sell-off right here, both Nvidia and SMCI. The greatest short probably today is going to be MSTR and coin, because we can get a miniature flash crash on crypto, and more about that in just a second. We're currently, over the weekend, we opened some short positions on crypto that are paying pretty decently at this point, so we'll review that shortly. But for the point of the day is the market is up 20 points on S&P. It's still up almost 100 points on NASDAQ at the time I'm recording this. All these positive gains pre-market, they will be wiped out by the end of the day. And considering some signs like this, 4 a.m., yet like Japan rolls over first, you have Bitcoin rolling over second, you have signs that NASDAQ is going to roll a third. You have signals that potentially this is the last bounce higher on S&P 500 to the upside, and we're about to get a sequence of red days that most of the market participants are not yet prepared for. So I strongly recommend trading the next few days with a 13 market moves coach if you're trying to go 30x, 40x on some of these trades. Let's review some of the correlations, some interesting observations we're seeing in the crypto market, so you wouldn't guys miss out on that. Okay guys, so small 2,000 point drop on Bitcoin at 2 a.m. Nothing huge yet, but what's notable is its inability to bounce. Normally you would have, after a 2,000 point bounce, move lower, Bitcoin can easily bounce 1,000 points, but we're not getting that. Clearly the strongest volume is the one on the sell-off. Not a whole lot of buyers, considering that there was a lot of hype going into this weekend that Bitcoin was going to pump, a lot of things were going to pump, which we did get some pumps, but they're selling off now much faster than Bitcoin. So take a look at some indications. There's going to be a much bigger sell-off today on April 1st in crypto. Pepe, right, not so long ago, I mean, it was down, what we're looking at, so 90 cents, down 10%, small bounce, likely to repeat a move lower at some point today. I mean, meme coins are breaking down, guys, and the move lower is not finished yet. So this could be some colossal trades over the next 48 hours on the short side. We were able to take multiple shots at this chart, and so didn't quite hit our limit. Right here was set at like 71 and 61. So a sharp drop could still come, but lower than this area. Some of the most important observations are on Litecoin. So initially it drops at 2 a.m., with Bitcoin. The bounce is very strong. So normally see that kind of strong bounce, somebody that's trying to really support a coin. In this particular case, some of these strong moves in Litecoin, clearly some institutional buyers behind that. But the way you would know these are institutional buyers is because the second drop in Litecoin comes when Bitcoin is no longer dropping, but this move lower coincides with 4 a.m. Well, what did we have at 4 a.m.? In the prior chart, I was showing you that NASDAQ was dropping at 4 a.m. So this move lower, a significant move lower, was due to institutions who's been pushing Litecoin to these levels. We're able to nail a pretty good entry right here in Litecoin at about 111.70 is when we went short Bitcoin. Litecoin. I'll show a live video of that. But right here, guys, they're not buying. And so if institutions are not going to be buying Litecoin today, the one thing that they have been pushing higher now for a week basically, it's probably going to drop under 100 points at some point over the next 24 hours. And if Litecoin is going to do that, then a lot of the other cryptos are going to drop by a lot more. So you probably wonder, well, what would be the best one? And the best one on our radar would be Bitcoin Cash. Now, we had a pretty good entry on this one. But notice, institutions have been pushing this one higher. Here comes the red candle that's associated with Bitcoin drop 2 a.m. But now listen, Bitcoin now is going sideways, but Bitcoin Cash now is selling off. Now it's still up almost 12% since Sunday, yesterday. But it can easily give up all those gains, which means there's potential 10% to possibly 15-20% drop right here on Bitcoin Cash, which could put together, guys, on a 3K trade, this will make you 90 grand if it drops 15 to 20%. So this is a nice little trade that you can take even if you don't have a huge account. And make close to 100K. So again, institutions are dumping this along with NASDAQ since 4 in the morning. And it's likely to make a much bigger leg lower. And it's still got basically, guys, 11-12% lower just to erase the gains that it's made since yesterday, Sunday. So we're not talking about anything crazy. So that's just 10%, but it can drop below that and possibly go to the area of 520, 555. All of that could take place over the next 24 to 48 hours. So huge moves in crypto, which is why I'm calling this crypto flash crash. It doesn't mean because Bitcoin Cash is going to drop 15-20% from this level, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stay there. So it could be a great buying opportunity, but things could, I'd say a 10% drop in Bitcoin is nothing extraordinary. We've had 3 of those drops, 10% drops in Bitcoin in a matter of last 20 days. So it wouldn't be nothing extraordinary if we saw a 10% drop here. So let's make this. So this was a 10% drop right here. From here to here, it was 15% drop. From here to here, it was a 10% drop. So it wouldn't be nothing wild if we got a 10% drop. 10% drop will put us at 62, 63K. So, but those moves, they come light and fast. So you got to be able to catch them, guys. Anyways, be ready. Monday, April's full. Don't be fooled by any bullish action today. Institutions will be selling. So go short. That's where the money's at. Trade this wild potential crypto flash crash with a 13 market moves coach. And definitely trade the markets. The options are super cheap. You can make money both right now, short in crypto and short in the market. Majority of the people, majority of the traders, they are still so crazily bullish on these levels that they just can't see straight. So with that comes a huge opportunity to profit 5x, 10x, 30x on both crypto and the markets today. April 1st, guys. It's about 5:40 in the morning. I'll be back with a review of the video hopefully before the market open, or if it gets wild, may not be able to record a video till after the market close. But give us a call at here at 13 Market Moves. Click the link below the video. This is a huge day that could put a lot of money in your pocket, guys. Don't miss it. That's all.